Okay, let's see what this setup's like. Last year, I ran over 3,000 kilometers. I've just finished a challenge where I ran 1,000 miles in 10 weeks. I've run over 100 kilometers multiple times, and my PB is 2:46. Now, this is not supposed to boast, this is supposed to make a point. As some would say, I'm pretty good at running. Far. Now, in this video, I want to tell you secrets to how I got to this level of endurance, how I can run a marathon and then still feel pretty fresh at the end of it. And even better, I'm not going to tell you that you have to follow some strict training plan and wake up at 6 AM every morning to go on a 3-hour run. Because I've never had a training plan, never needed to categorize my runs into tempo, threshold, interval. I tried to keep it simple. So today, I want to run through 3 quick tips on how you can improve on your running. And more importantly, enjoy the running and the journey as well. So this is my first and most important tip. Run whatever distance you enjoy. Don't feel pressured to kill yourself and run your body into the ground trying to run a marathon or really any distance where you don't feel comfortable in overcoming that challenge. You should feel confident going into a race. And if you don't feel prepared or confident, you'll end up just hating the race when the suffering eventually comes. Because it will come. And as a result, falling out of love with running. Trust me, just enjoy the distance and the endurance and the speed will come. And over time, running will become easier. Now this nicely follows on to my second tip, that the endurance will come. Now this requires one of the hardest things in life, patience. Your body will adapt over time and take greater running loads. But the important thing to remember here, it's this build-up of fitness, endurance and muscle. It's very slow. And it's hard to see the improvement when the improvements are so small. But it's important to remember that while your body will adapt, it will adapt slowly. If you ramp up your distance too quickly, try to go too fast, or run too far, it'll just lead to injury. When I first started to run, I ran 1 mile a few times a week. After a couple of years, that increased to 4 miles. And a few years after that, here I am. Progress is not linear. Progress is exponential. When I reflect on my running and endurance journey, those improvements over a few weeks or even months or even days might be quite small. But build that up over a long enough period of time and suddenly they start to stack up. And before you know it, you'll see those massive gains and think, how did I even get here? So let's quickly touch on that exponential growth. Some people think that after 1 year, they'll be able to run 10 kilometers, after the second year, 20 kilometers, after the third year, 30 kilometers. But really what they'll find is yes, after the first year, 10 kilometers, but after the second year, maybe more like 40 kilometers. And even the year after that, maybe 100 kilometers, who knows? But that progress is not linear, it's exponential. Your journey may be different, but the main thing is this. Be patient with your body, as it will take time. And my final tip, running requires more than just running. This sounds a little cryptic, but the idea is quite simple. To improve on running, improve your endurance is more than just running alone. You need to sleep well, you need to eat well, you need to recover effectively. I'm not saying that you always need to keep these aspects on point. I definitely haven't. But over the long run, try to keep those in check and your body will serve you well. So for me, the how behind how I've gotten to this point, my running journey, it's not some overcomplicated strategy or painful training. It's simply consistency over a long period of time. More importantly, combined with the love of running and the adventure it provides, and nothing more. So in summary, run whatever distance you enjoy, trust that the endurance will come, and running requires more than just running. So with that, all I've got to say is I wish you the best luck in your running journey, and hopefully brings you as much joy as it's brought me. Cheers, and have a good one.